that calls for drawing. That's what I've decided. See if this is going to work. It's going to work? It's going to work. I've decided. But only if I'm repeating myself online. Good job. That's going to be great. Here we go. Is it straight? Is it... Am I making it less straight? I can't even tell anymore. There we go. All right. Oh my gosh. We're just going to start drawing. Because I need to draw right now. I don't know. There's some days that you're just like, I need to draw. I mean, well, sure there are lots of artists that they do that. Or people who do it for a living. Or whatever. I don't know if I so much do it for a living. Let's see. Good morning. It's upside down? Oh, no. I had just gone through trying to make it not upside down. Oh, my goodness. Thanks for telling me, though, because then I would have just continued to do this. Let's see. You're going to have to tell me if I'm going to still do... I thought I had swapped it. Maybe I had not. Did I flip it? Is it better? No. What the... Well, this is fun. This is fun. This is not going to work. All right, so maybe this may be the shortest one ever if I don't figure out how to... Still upside down? Are we still upside down? This is what I'm dealing with now. It is upside down. This is so my day that I am having. I thought I'd flipped it. Let's see. Huh. Flip vertical. Yes, do that. No, what do you mean no source selected? That's exactly the one I want. How's that? Is that working yet? Haha! This is gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I love it. Okay. The quote was, Minotaurs belong in fairy holes, not bars. The problem is that the eyes don't look right. So here, this is how you add it, right? Add a little, like, I'm not so sure eyebrows. That's how you know that you're not so sure about this. If it's going to be a deadpan, you just do this. There. Now it's deadpan. This is how you can change an entire facial expression in just a few strokes. And then it's done. Right? Now we've got a complete... Minotaurs belong in fairy holes, not in bars. Dun, dun, dun. That's right. It's just that easy. So, oh my gosh, this quote is with Mags. I'm going to have to do another pen. I need more definition than this. All right, here we go. Mandragora, no less. Oh my gosh. So Mandragora, looking up at this, which is actually interesting because only a few people can talk to Mandragora. I don't even know how we would have gotten this information from Mandragora. But I'll just assume that it happened somehow. So I don't know how other people do Minotaurs. Minotaurs are not the easiest things to draw, I've got to say. How do you make Minotaurs look like Minotaurs? Oh no, this is my interpretation of a Minotaur Paladin. There you go. Pretty much all people with armor look alike in my world. Everybody wears the same armor. We all get them from the same place. There's only one armory that exists. That's kind of how we're going to build that one. Right? This, and it was this leaf-like armor. I said. See, I've no one but myself to blame when I start making, really elaborate configurations or something. Yes, armor are us. That's right. But she is a minotaur, so we have to give a little minotaur tail here. There we go, little cow tail. Isn't that cute? There you go. So she has a quote. Let me see, where's the other one? Let's see. Then we had 3 responses to this. We had Leon had a response. Choo choo. So look how I can do this now. I've now drawn some of these characters enough times that I don't even have to like think about it at all. And shirt, crisscross. It's just like a speed round here. How fast can I draw? I'm somewhat inspired by the fact that I only have an hour to draw, but I really just needed to today. Today it just needed to happen. 2, 3, 4. That's how you do hand here. All right, it's speed round. It's like Pictionary, sort of. Backwards R in chat. I don't know how to do backwards R in chat, so props for even thinking of it. Purists unite. 1. 2. I just realized it was the 2 elves that really had to. There we go. Big bun on top. Isn't it funny that just, again, in just a couple of strokes you can get very different characters? Even though, in this case, they are going to have like pretty much the same look, and you want it to look a little bit the same. You want it to be able to mimic each other, mostly because it helps it be funny. This is going to be one of those, like, because they have similar responses, that's what makes this funny. I'm going to do this. 1, 2, and then one more, which is Al. Al had to chime in on this particular thing. So, and you're down here, though. There we go. Curl hair. This is my, deep concentration of hair here. Hair everywhere. Yay. It kills you every time? I don't know. What is it about the hair? A little bit different of a arm thing. A little bit more enthusiastic. That's what I think. Okay. You say, what is going on here? What is going on here, pen? The quote was, who killed the dragon? Raise his hand. Raise his hand. I helped! There you go. That's the joke. It's the little things. Yes, my doing it fast is really, I think, my claim to fame. There are so many great artists out there. They really are. I'm not a great artist, but I am a fast artist. And that's part of the fun. It's like you get to watch, and that's why I wanted to do this, actually. That's why I wanted to do the whole figuring out how to do this on Twitch, was because part of the magic is, I mean, sharing the cartoons is fun. Okay, I like sharing the cartoons. It makes people smile, makes me smile. It's a good time. But there's something about like actually watching it appear as if it is emerging from the pen, as if it's just pouring out of the pen. I mean, not me pen, but like the actual pen. The pen, the physical, the actual thing that is a pen. There we go. That's the words I want to use. I speak common goodly. That was an old joke that we had around our table. I speak common goodly when you can't even figure out what you're saying. Yay, Mags. He is an excitable boy. That makes it fun. It's hard not to be enthusiastic when you have people being enthusiastic. That's what I was doing with Giddy, actually. It's like you want people to feel enthusiastic. I said that she had leaf armor, and now I feel like I just feel obligated somehow to make leaves happen. It's just, well, even just little hints. Makes me feel that I'm more authentic here. There we go. Little leaf armor. See? Just as if I had planned it all along. Just put all those little that's what, see this? Squiggles mean elaborate. That's what I've decided. There you go. Manticora. Okay, where were we? We were getting details in here. Need details here. And actually, if I remember correctly, he does the black glove, the fingerless black gloves thing. Don't I draw that mostly with fingerless black gloves? That's one of the things that Al and Jack Russell shared. They both had that, little halflings with this and pads on the outside. Here we go. I don't want to spend too long on the black. Black takes up time and ink. There we go. I'm just drawing today. That's my plan. For the rest of the day is complete. It's sort of a, you know, some people need snack break. I need art break. And not literal art break, because Lord knows I can break things pretty easily. Let's not do that, shall we? I'm spending too long on the black. Sorry. Sorry, but there you go. It's funny. It's funny, right? That's... Need some color tonage difference here. When you only have black and white, you get really very specific about how much you're going to be doing here. Usually has gloves on. Okay, see? I'm on the right track here. There was actually a quote over here from a different game that I should stick on here because it made me laugh. There are lots of them. Shoot, where did I put it? One moment as I look things up on my very fancy file system here. Because it was a funny line, so I want to have it. Here we go, actually. Let me see if I got it. Oh, right, here we go. I found it! Yay me! Okay, so the question was... God, it's all about Al. I've got like tons of Al quotes here. Go, do the hair. That's what Al is. Al is pointy ears and fluffy hair. That's what I've decided. Al's hair is basically my brother's hair growing up. That's what's going on here. That's how I keep it in mind. That's how I know if I'm doing it right. Am I doing it right? That's how I know I'm doing it right. And he's got something actually. Here, this is. There you go. Look how quick that can be. There you go. So he's asking, pick something. go. Pix now has black hair, so I gotta remember how to do Pix's hair, but black hair. Dyed it black. I remember this. So. These little details you have to remember. They respect the creator's vision. How they look. Not so sure how the rest of the outfit changed though, so I'm gonna flip the outfit here. I'll just say we meant to do that. Right? Pix, and then there was Lunan, who actually would be like way up here, but we're gonna put him on the edge. Over here, he's got his headband, right? Headband. That is my shortcut for headband right there. So it's got hair comes down to about there. Flip the ends so that we have something going on. Eyebrows. Quote. There we go. Hi, Loon. There we go. He's got his ties, and he's got red robes, right? Kind of the point of origin here. Fingers going splayed out. Wrap. Like that. Do you remember this quote? You probably don't remember this quote. This has been a while. Okay? But look, I got the basic idea down. That's something. Yeah, this is a tall crew, generally speaking, and if I did it correctly, actually, he'd be like way up here, and this would be way down here. So I kind of messed things up. Actually, today's post has Bale and Leon at the same height, which also would not be correct. Bale's like a head shorter, at least, I think, than the other character. But the quote is, hey, do you have a key to the vault? And Pix's line was, there's a key? And Lunan's line was, there's a vault? And that made me laugh. Thanks for stopping by. Even if you could not stay. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's good to see people on my art break. It's good to see people on my art break. I know! See, that's the best part of taking the quotes and making cartoons and remember, because you forget. You forget how brilliant and funny and inspiring and hilarious those moments can be. But as soon as you remember, it's like the smile comes right back. Right? You're right back there. You're able to remember those moments and relive them and also remember bits of plot that you may have forgotten. That's how we used to use these. At my table anyway. This is when we would be able to go back the next week and go over the quotes that we'd kept and the drawings that came out of it. And you could remember what had happened in that session. And you didn't have to necessarily remember everything. But if you remembered kind of the highlights, the memories that stuck out in your head, it helped. It helped get back into the groove and help rekindle that excitement again. I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading too much into it. And if I am, nobody can correct me because nobody here is from that game that I grew up in, and I can just be left to my own maniacal devices. I can project my memories onto all of this, and nobody can stop me. Ha 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 ha. Okay, that was a really lame, evil laugh. I gotta work on that. It's been a while since I've done a proper evil laugh. I'm out of practice, clearly. When I go pick up my kids, I'll practice on them. They'll like that. It's time for evil laugh practice. Dr. Horrible. It's all about standards. There we go. Out of nowhere, Pix emerges. I love Pix. And there's that moment. You think I can definitely be evil, or I can. I've even been so nice. As a GM, I'm trying to be so nice. I can definitely be more evil. Although almost murdering my own PC was probably not the nicest thing I've ever done, but I made sure he lived. So that's not so evil. It's just a little evil. Bite-sized evil. I'm not going to be more evil on Saturday. Maybe. Yeah, no, that was hard. That was hard to do. You'd think that being evil, especially when you're setting it up for something that you even know is going to be safe in-game, it's still nerve-wracking. Like, you don't know how it's going to play. You don't know how people are going to react. And as far as lines and veils, you also want to be sure that you're working within everybody's comfort zone. That's why I put it behind in this case, being that it was text, I put it behind, a little blocking wall, so that was okay. All right. What else have we got? That's a Lunan quote. I'm not sure about this. I'll put it on anyway. So, Lunan. I love Lunan's character. I can't wait to learn more about Lunan. I do. And I actually set something up like 3 times and it didn't work. It makes me crazy. Wait, these such... I haven't even gone any farther and it's already Lunan. Like, this just kind of quizzical look on his face, just like, what's going on? What's going on? That's terrible. I'm sorry, Nick. Like, are you projecting into your poor character? What's happening? Two, three, four. There we go. So, like... There you go. It's hard to guess exactly what I'm going to do with these robes. There you go. Yeah. Doesn't look as bulky as he did before. I like when he's a little bit more, there's more to him. He looks very skinny here, but we'll work with it for now. The line that I'm drawing is, Al's family's after him? I didn't know that. Wait, none of you knew that? Oops. That was his... It's kind of like all at once. He does do a great what the hell, you're right. That's a very Lunan energy there. What? What's going on? He just goes with it. He runs with it. Love his contributions, though. They're very intelligent. Very yes and. Enjoys playing around, is having a good time. That's what you want at the table. You want to feel that people are having a good time. If not, you want to fix it. You want to fix it. Oh, that pen just did not... Ooh, do you see that? Lost half the ink there. I don't know quite what happened. Change the direction. That makes the distinctions different. There you go. Poor Lunan. I didn't do it. Again, I'm not making these moments up. These moments came up, like, on their own. What is this? Okay, the quote is, "You're a dick, be healthy, Leon." I'm not quite sure what that means. I don't know how to draw that. I needed more context, and I did not include it. I'm bad. Oh well. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Alright, we're gonna go look at another page now because I'm not sure what that is. Oh, this should be good. I know this. Where is this? Okay, this would be a 3-panel, and I don't have enough room. Nah, we'll start it. It'll be fine. Can we guess what character I'm drawing? I bet you can. There we go. Oh, I only have a few minutes left. Oh, goodness. I better make this count. This is what happens. Time flies when you're having fun. There we go. So I may not color this all in, but I'll give the idea. Do, 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 do. Again, Lunan. Open, honest. There we go. It's just so helpful. It really is. He's a helpful guy. Okay. He's saying, this is when we were trying to figure out, like, doing traps or, you know, how we could use our resources to best advantage. Let's do a line first. That might help. Give me a place where I'm going here. There you go. It's a little better, right? Mm-hmm. And the next time I will actually cheat, and for the second panel, you carry this for the first panel. Second panel, I'm going to white out his mouth, so I won't have to draw it a second time and try and match, because to me that's really hard. But I'm going to change Leon's face for the second one. So I'll be matching, I'll be removing this and replacing this with this. But I still want it to kind of be the same frame, the same energy. That's why I try and keep it on the same page. Which seems like a really, I don't know, snobby way of saying it. But really, I'm just trying to, like, keep it in the same vein. Because now I'm looking at it, I'm looking at the first picture and trying to match it with this one as close as I can. Because I don't know how to do it digitally and make them the same things. But this time, both arms are down. And I want to add the little frustration squiggle. That's what it is, by the way. I don't know what it's technically called, but it's the frustration mad squiggle. That's what it is. Add that in later. And so the line is, can you be an animal that can burrow? I can become a badger. And he's like, ugh, badgers. So there you go. And that's what we're doing today. So it makes you smile. I will see you. Have a good time on your break. Thanks for stopping by. Got a little more time, so I'm gonna go back. Trust me, this is funny. Hopefully it's not you had to be there, because that's kind of the point when I'm sharing them online. I don't want it to feel like you had to be there. I'd like to inspire you to want to be there, not, you know, private games or whatever, but at podcasts, when you see something and it's funny, or you see a character doing something clever, I want people to think, oh, I want to go check that out. That's worth checking out. Because it is. I would like to inspire you to go check them out. People being brilliant and funny and clever and inspiring and creative and all that good stuff. So these shouldn't, I try not to find those moments, those jokes that only make sense in context. Because that's no fun. You want things that are funny and inviting and make sense to people as gamers. They're like, oh yeah, I know that moment. I know that moment. Now, we don't know exactly why Leon doesn't like badgers. Like, you don't, unless you have the context for it, you don't know why that's the case. But it's funny because you do actually understand that clearly he does not like badgers. So the one thing that he's asking for, can the druid shapeshift into an animal that can burrow to help them in whatever situation that they're in? And he's like, oh yeah, I can do it. I can do a badger. And it's like, oh, not badgers. And you know that that's part of the funny thing, is that in order to get the thing that he wants, which is succeeding in whatever their task is, he's going to have to deal with the fact that he may have to be dealing with a badger, which clearly he does not like. Now, I know why he doesn't, because I am familiar with the character and the story that's taking place. But you don't have to be. You don't have to know all those details. You can just enjoy the fact that he's frustrated and hates the idea that he has to deal with badgers. That's comedy. Okay, so that's one sheet. Got a little more time, I think. I have to go. Oh, God, that was my elbow. Didn't like that. Let's see. I don't know who else is here. Hello, who else is here? If you're here and you want something, please do tell me. Otherwise, I'm going to just keep drawing Westland stuff. Not that I really should be. I should be drawing other things that I can post up, but I'm not. That's it. I'm just not. Okay, what else is... Oh, this is from Ghislaine, who cracks me up. Zach cracks me up. Can I just say? It's true. And he plays, like, you know, this like, super chill, calm Genasi character based off of something I probably shouldn't say. But the fact is that he's almost high all the time, and he uses bowling balls as his, you know, as spiritual guardians, and they might give you a hint as to what's going on. Cracks me up. Free time. So here. Playing Cleric of Rao. Okay. I actually had to have him write this to me so that I understood what he said. I was laughing so hard when it was actually happening. There you go. Right? Do you get that he's like hitting his hand? Because that's kind of what I'm going for here. Which I can't really do with another thick marker sentence too. Impact. Impact kind of looks like fuzzies. That's my mistake. There we go. Something like that. The line was, let's see if I can say this right. Squiggity sweet town, time for a beatdown. That was his line, and I laughed so hard. I laughed so hard. It probably wasn't even that funny, but it was pretty funny. And I just laughed and laughed and laughed. So even if you don't think it's that funny, I think it's that funny, and I get to draw it and make myself laugh all over again. Thank you, Zach. Much appreciated laughs today. There are some days that you just need to, like, read the comics page, right? Do you remember that? When there were things called newspapers. And you get to read what was on the newspapers. Let's go right to the comic section. That's what I wanted to see. And that's what I start my day with a lot, is I go on webcomics, and I start my day with reading my favorite webcomics on the days that they come out. If I'm fortunate, it's a daily. There you go. Squiggly squeak down, time for a beat down. Hee hee. It's a very distinctive character. I like characters with character. That's fun. Oh, there are not many people in chat, but I'm not sure if there's anybody here else that I'm supposed to say hi to. Hi. Hello. Yes, it's true. There are characters and they will pop up on the screen and they do it pretty quickly. I can draw pretty fast, especially for live drawing. If there's a show that's going on and I'm listening, I can just start scribbling stuff out. But now I'm taking more time to make these. Although this weekend I was doing not a stream or a podcast like I normally do. I was doing my old-fashioned thing. I was invited to somebody's table and they had hired me to draw along with what was going on. And so I was back to drawing as it was happening, as the jokes were coming in, as people were being brilliant at a table. And that's it. We are all so funny and so inspiring and brilliant. I loved it. Loved it. Just listening to a bunch of friends having a great time at the table. And I was able to catch a lot of drawings from it and share it with them. And it was perfect. What is this? Let's see. I got one, which is another Al one. Here we go. It's a little Al. You usually get quite a lot of expression, even out of just a little bit here. One, two, three. A lot of people who wear draped clothes. I find that interesting in this campaign. Actually, I should probably do this. 1, 2, 3. And then he had, right, the black gloves. The quote is, right, y'all don't get killed, I'll be right back. Very comforting, really. Now this is M. Who's M? Oh, Merrick. That's who it is. So Merrick is another great character by Dan. Love that. Haven't done a Merrick one yet. Our brave adventure guy. Yeah, I like that. Giving him There we go. He's pointing to head and has his shiny armor, always drawn with hints the same way. There. There we go. Let's do that. There. It's a little off, but it still gets the right idea. These lines are a little bit wobbly, I think, for proper armor. I'm not as pleased with that. We'll see if we'll keep that one or do it a different way later. But his quote was, "I'm not used to this whole messaging thing, but I heard this in my head," which is, I think, how it would occur to you. If you're not used to getting message, people talking to you in your head, hi, just randomly. And that's a funny thing with message. There's no like etiquette for like, is it okay to just call somebody up in their brain? I mean, people screen calls now. Can you imagine? you didn't have some way of etiquette of not understanding that it's possible that somebody's going to just call you in your head, that could be very disruptive. You don't know where you're catching them. They could be behind a bush right then. You have no idea. These are the things I worry about, really. Although it is an interesting thing to think about. One of the things, not that. That's not what I meant. What is interesting to think about, let me try it that way, is that in worlds where we have people running around with all these magic things, people rarely think about the fact that then everybody knows that it's a possibility that there's magic. That when something happens, there could be a magical explanation for it, or items could be magic, or somebody could be influencing this decision. And it's not as if people don't know in that world that that's even a possibility. It may not be a strong possibility, but how likely is it that they don't know about it at all? That even their stories, we have stories in our world, magic genies and things like that. Where do you think all this stuff comes from? So there's always the possibility that that could be happening. And a lot of people don't game that way. You don't give your NPCs the benefit of the doubt that they could understand what is happening to them. And I like to turn that on its head. You're not the only one with magic. You're not the only one that knows that this could be possible. You're not the only one that may be influenced or have some power or have something in your disposal to try and even the odds here. People could know what you're up to. You can't get away with everything. Because then it's too easy. Nobody wants to make it too easy. Tension makes good sparks. Tension is action is plot. Plot, plot, plot. Not that you're asking me for GM advice, really. You're here to watch me doodle. Sorry about that. So what is this? The Gis abides on a giant coffee cup. That would be pretty funny. Oh, I don't want to draw the Badger Brigade right now. Thank you. That's on here and I don't want to do it. I'm sorry. All right, let's do some other ones. This is part of we had some ethical issues before. So we were raising some ethical issues at the table. People weren't so thrilled about my necromancy idea. That did not go over as well as I had hoped. I thought it was very clever. But apparently the very idea of necromantic magic was an issue. So let's draw some of that. Tension makes good sparks, right? Right? To try to tell myself as people were getting upset at the table. Like, it's okay, this is plot. We want this to happen. It's a good thing, right? Right, Bueller? You must be this old to get that reference. He was not approving of what was going on here. It was really a simple question, actually. Because we were talking about necromantic magic and that some people were using it. Was it a good idea or a bad idea? Was it just bad? Is it just a bad thing no matter what it is? Even if it's good intentions, is it just by nature bad? And so nobody should be doing this. Or are there points at which it can be used and be a good thing or be understandable? And that seemed to be a point of contention with our players, which is fair. I think it's a fair argument. And so his line was, do you raise the dead? To which the answer was, not yet. You're driving a forklift? Wait, what? Are you driving a forklift while this is happening? Should I be encouraging this? Am I enabling? Am I enabling? Cartoon enabler. I don't know if you were here before, but we had some Pix cartoons before that showed up. Were you here? Do you want me to put them back on screen so you could see a few? Actually, I think there's the one. Yeah, I think there's the one. That's how I sing, right? This is serious art in action. Not really. I don't know what I do serious anymore. I can do serious role-playing. Love role-playing Esri. Can't wait to do that more. I just was talking to... Who was I talking to? The bad DM, I believe. I'm talking about Esri. And things may happen. I'll be very excited if they do. I don't know if you need my DM advice. You're a great DM. But here, look, this is Pix. Right? See, look, Pix. I didn't know if you were there before. This is a recap for anybody else who is here. Did you know there's a key to the vault? There's a key? There's a vault? I know you were not kind of amused by the fact that we didn't kind of mention that part. But we fixed it. We fixed it. Everybody's on the same page now. Life is good. I think. Okay. Okay, what else were we doing? Oh, right. Let's see. It says, I don't even remember this scene, but we'll go with it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fine. All right. Here we go. Okay, this is Merrick. Merrick. A little less shaggy than above. He's more shaggy. That's okay. It's gonna be fine. There we go. And we are shoving, so we're gonna do that. Let's get some momentum here. Okay. I'll do some side things because obviously you have to get in and out of these outfits somehow. I'm just saying, these are the practical considerations when drawing, or I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm just the cartoonist. Okay. Now, I don't know about you, but it's hard for me to figure out how to put this as like a shoulder. I lost his nose there. I don't know what just happened. I have to fix that in post. Does that sound official? I'll fix that in post. So that's his shoulder. Pushing forward. Not sure I'm liking how this is showing up, but we'll just go with it. Yeah, I don't know. It's like the cartoon dragging here. The line was, I can't say I'm okay with this, as he's being pushed by Merrick forward. Not everyone's a winner. It's okay. Whew, okay. Is there anything else on this? Oh, there's Al's little funny words line. We'll do that as our last one. How's that? The last line. And squiggly hair. Squiggly hair. It's good to have texture. Because again, when you're only working with a pen, I don't have colors to depend on. I don't have lots of neat textures and shapes that I can pull off a lot. So really, it's just like you have to make your own fun. Sort of like D&D. Or any RPG, really. Okay, bend here. Two, three. Put this down right there. Oh, I was just about to make the thing, but it doesn't. He has it. He has these. Oh. That. To which the line was, "Ha! How do you like them badgers?" You missed them again. What? Where? What? What'd you miss? Tell me. I don't want to leave you hanging here. There we go. It's got the rings pattern. That's what I really like is, as an artist, when I hear on different games, I need to have iconic imaging. Then we know it's your character and not somebody else's character somehow. You know what I mean? For example, on Saving Face, Neha, I just do the fluffy hair. It has green edges, so I do light edges, dark top, light edges, and just holding a wine glass. And you know that it's Neha, right? You don't need anything else. You know which character I'm talking about. Same thing, you know, you could do with Critical Role or Taz or Loot and Dagger. There's a lot of places where you just have characters. Like Zale's just Zale. Like once you draw her, you know who you're talking about because you just have to put a few iconic pieces in and you've got the character. That's helpful for me because otherwise I've got lots of characters that look like kind of every other character and then I have to figure out how to define it either with like a distinctive coat or some hat or there's got to be something about that character so that you know that it's this character from this show. I really like when that happens. How do you like them badgers? Hi, Pen. Hi, Strix. How are you? It's good to see you. I've been drawing. I'm only drawing for like 10 more minutes or something, but you know. Oh, I feel so much better. I feel so much better drawing and smiling and just talking with friends. So thank you for being here. It makes my day. It totally makes my day. And if I get to show you fun things, that's even better. And what is this? What is this? Anyone object to my taking these shackles? Anyone who's not raving on a rock? What is it from? What is it from? I don't even remember. Is this when Sin was chained to a rock? Is that what that was from? I don't know. Raving on a rock. What a great line. There's only one person I know who could be raving on a rock. Oh, that's where the line, "You're a dick, be healthy" was from. That was Leon slapping Sin up the head to heal him. I'm not drawing slapping up the head to heal him. That doesn't make sense. So let me do, my last one would be, guess that. Little inquiry from Al. There's little Al and Squiggle Hair. Apparently I'm doing a lot of Al quotes today. There just happen to be a bunch of them from this stint. Okay, so that's Pressure's On.